Hi, welcome back to Engaged and Divorced,
the podcast where I wear the rings.
and I'm trying to figure out these damn things.
I actually wore my rings today.
Woo! Good
You guys
job.
notice anything really weird today? Huh. Interesting. Well, if you are
Wait,
listening...
you already have stuff on it.
Oh, crap. What is that? You know, I was
Dogs.
cleaning, so...
Probably dogs. They like to jump up on you.
Well, hi. If you're listening and you're not watching, well...
And you don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, so get with it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Ken today. All I'm doing is wearing a sweater that says, I am Knuff.
Yeah.
And then I made Shaylee beat Barbie today.
She texted me and said, dress like a Barbie. And I said, done.
And you said, why?
Yeah. I
But
said, why?
she understood the assignment, so...
We both.
Oh my god, that was a perfect thumbnail.
BT Dubs, if you don't have a Halloween costume yet and you like this dress, it's on Amazon.
It sparkles the whole room.
So I will leave a link in the description below. If you can order it quickly and get it in time for Halloween, and you can totally just be a Barbie.
Yeah.
Get some pink lipstick like I have, you know.
This was on Amazon too. We'll leave that link below.
Was it?
Yeah.
You'll have to send me the link then.
And you can just, put your hair back and be Ken if you want. Put a hat on. I don't know.
I'm also Ginger Barbie now.
Oh, yeah, of course. This is our first episode.
I haven't shown off my ginger hair on the pod.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
My boyfriend wants me to stay
I really
redhead
like that
forever.
color. Yeah, I love it.
Because it's like red and pink mixed together.
Yeah.
It's a unique kind of shade.
It's like Lindsay Lohan shade.
Yeah.
It is. That girl was a
One-time teenage drama queen.
Do you
Okay.
ever think of that song?
Yes.
I think of it like every day.
And the dance moves. Every day wanna be. I don't even know them, but I think of it in my head. This is the shortest episode of Eternity.
Oh, yeah.
Because Kiley has to teach in like how many minutes?
24 minutes.
24 minutes? Okay, so we got to end this in like 20 minutes.
We're doing great. I'm
But
so
we wanted
used
to get a
chaos,
podcast. Sorry, we're talking at the same
Oh,
time.
shoot.
This is
We're just so
chaotic.
excited. We wanted... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We wanted to get a podcast out to you all, especially for the Halloween season. As many of you do know that it is my favorite time of year. So this is a very important holiday. Sorry, I just get so emotional. No, I'm just kidding. And Shayla doesn't really like Halloween, but she's still here for the ride.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just I'm a
okay.
Christmas girl.
They're going to say I'm a Christian.
I'm a Christian. I don't celebrate it.
She's more of the Christmas girly, but anyway, we're just going to be talking some Halloween stuff today.
I'm letting Kiley lead the episode, and she has notes and everything.
I wrote them in 4 minutes.
She's prepared.
So we're going to start off with what I call spooky time. Okay. Spooky time is, do you have any like scary stories or anything that has happened to you that was a little spook? Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes. Okay. The summer after high school, I worked at a lodge at the base of a mountain. It's like right underneath a 14er. And if you're not from Colorado, that's just like a 14,000 foot mountain. It's like a thing here. And everyone has to climb the 14ers and visit them all, check them off their to-do list or whatever. And this specific one, Mount Evans, has a lodge underneath. And it's not there anymore. They closed it down suddenly. I know. It's so awful.
What?
But that place was haunted AF. And staying the night there over the summer, saw some really creepy things. So we all lived upstairs, and then the restaurant and the gift shop were downstairs. So, and it's like one of those upstairs where you can see downstairs and hear everything downstairs.
Yeah.
Because it's like open. So like every night we would hear like the tables and dining room chairs downstairs moving.
Ooh.
Yeah. And nobody would be in there. And we would go in the middle of the night and just like sneak food out of the kitchen and like eat whenever we felt like it. And we would like walk down there and like see them moving and stuff. And then one time I was in my room late at night with my roommate, and all of a sudden her music started like blasting. It was so loud. So she like turned it off and like closed her laptop and it was playing again somehow. And then there's a ton of stories about the woman who owned the place. She is now no longer with us, but she had been in that building for so long, and she had tons of stories, and whatever was in there just loved to throw like hangers, because they would throw them right out of her closet all the time. Like she would just see hangers like being whipped through the air.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was excited to go home. I was like, this is not for me.
Did you pray for it?
Probably back then. I was probably like, Lord, help me get downstairs without seeing anything.
Take away the demons.
So
Wow.
that's my spooky story. What about
that's
you?
the only thing you've experienced?
I feel like that's the most like paranormal experience I've ever had, I think.
Yeah.
Like it was evident there was something there, and I felt like I was always being watched. Like when I was in the shower and when I was like in any part of there, it was like I was always being watched by something.
Oh God,
it was a really
spooky.
creepy, like unnerving feeling.
Okay. Wow.
Not a fan.
Yikes. One that sticks out to me, I've had a few encounters of like, you know, I think I hear voices or like I see a shadow, but it's hard to know for sure. But like I put myself in those situations sometimes. So if they say something's haunted, I'm like, I must go.
You're like one of those people that would actually like play with a Ouija board for fun.
I don't know. Well, yeah, because I do know how to do that correctly. So I've learned how to say goodbye. You have to say goodbye, otherwise it's going to follow you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like I know how to talk to a spirit just because I've watched Ghost Adventures so many times, and I've like listened to so many podcasts and things. So I'm not really scared because like I know what to do and what not to do. But Jeremy and I, our brother, went to Gold Camp Road. It's like a haunted It's a
tunnel.
haunted road tunnel in Colorado, and we went there one night because we were like reading about the reviews, and all these people were like, oh yeah, my car wouldn't start and I got in a car accident 5 minutes later, and then I saw people clawing on my car and like breaking the window, like all kinds of crazy stories, because there was a bus crash there a long time ago. Yeah. So a bunch of kids died. So of course Jeremy and I were like, let's go. We took somebody, I don't remember who it was. I think it was
I can't remember either.
One of Jeremy's friends. DJ? I don't know. Anyway, if you're watching this, it was you. Just kidding. So we decided to go one night, and thing about like Jeremy and I is we don't really take things that seriously. So we were kind of just like messing around, and you shouldn't do that. But the second we got up there, we stopped the car, and you're supposed to just like sit in silence and wait with your car off. And nothing was happening after like 10 minutes. So Jeremy started honking the horn and was like, come get us, and like screaming out the window. And I was like, oh, what are you doing? I was like a teenager. So I was like, that's so funny. And then like nowadays I would be like, do not. But then we tried to turn the car on, and we were like on empty, and the car was not anywhere near empty. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we had to go get gas. Like we were on like empty. And it was not there before. So we were all just kind of like,
so you like mocked the spirits, and then they took all your gas.
Yeah, they're like revenge. So that was wild.
That's so creepy. How? Yeah,
Jeremy was so creeped out. It was so funny.
That is in the middle of like nowhere.
Yeah.
So there's no gas station over there.
Yeah, it was very scary. It was very scare. But it was so fun. And then my campus was very haunted. Just like because it's so old, my college campus, and the dorm that I lived in for 3 years was the oldest building on campus. So, or one of the oldest. I think it was like the second oldest. But there were a lot of times where I like saw shadows, or I would like hear voices while I was sleeping, and like my roommate wasn't even there, and like I would just like hear him in my ear, like different things like that. I had definitely had those experiences. And then the music building was like known to be haunted. There's like the ghost of Weir Hall, that's what we call it, because that was the name of it. And you could go downstairs into like the tunnels, because they had like underground tunnels.
That's not creepy.
And yeah, so we would go down there and like just like sit in the dark waiting for something to happen. And there were a few weird occurrences with that. Also the theater that I performed in on campus, weird situations with that as well. In the costume room specifically, it was haunted. So if you sat down in a particular part of the room, then a drawer would open. So that was fun.
What?
Yeah, there were some crazy times in there. So the whole entire campus was like that. Like it was definitely like spooky vibes.
Yeah. I feel like the older the building is, the more that kind of thing happened. And like at the lodge that I worked at, apparently when they were like building the chimney, a bunch of the rocks like fell on one of the builders and like crushed him and he died. And then, well, actually he survived, but then he got like really bad gangrene from it and passed away. So
oh my God,
that's basically what happened there. And it's like,
yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is, okay, should I tell this story?
Yeah.
About mom and dad's neighbor? Did you know I was going to say that? You said yeah.
I just like another story, so go ahead.
Okay, so next door to our parents is a house that 2 people have died at, like back to back. And they were both young in their 30s. And it's every time I go in there now, I'm like creeped out.
Yeah. Don't live in a house where you know people have died.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Some states they aren't required to share that information.
I don't think you are required at all. But we made sure to let these new neighbors know and they didn't care. I was like,
I think it's like there's only like 6 states where you have to say that like people have died in there. If there's ever like paranormal activity, then I think you have to tell them. But yeah. Pretty crazy.
What are your spooky stories? Tell us below. What are your experiences? We want to know. Yeah.
So, needless to say, I think we both kind of believe that there's spirits out there. I mean, it makes sense,
sure.
Honestly, because of all the people dying. Like,
for sure. And I'll take the happy, kind spirits.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Like the fun ones. You can come hang out with me.
Yeah.
But please don't murder me in my sleep or something.
Exactly. Yeah. The fun little ghosts, Casper and all those.
But I would never put myself in a situation where I'm going to have ghosts or spirits come in. Like, I'm not that kind of a person to just willingly do that because that freaks me out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they won't leave me, you know? Like these YouTubers that buy these like creepy haunted dolls.
Oh, yeah.
From
dolls.
eBay and stuff. And then like, even after they gotten rid of the doll, the spirit's still in the house. I'm like,
yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Why would you want to do that? This one YouTuber bought a doll and then her like house lit on fire or something. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to mess with that. I'm good.
Yeah, no, Annabelle's enough. We don't need anything else to happen. So, yeah, no, I don't like haunted objects. Like, I wouldn't buy a haunted object because that's really hard to get out of, you know, like that spirit's hard to, it will stick around. But I wouldn't mind like staying. I've always wanted to stay at the Stanley Hotel. I think that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on my bucket list. But like,
you've been in there, right?
House. Yeah, I've been inside, but I've never stayed there. I think it'd be fun to stay there. Stephen King's room. That's booked out for like 6 years. The room that he was in.
Really? Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, it's.
And then when they were filming Dumb and Dumber, they spent the night there.
I forgot about that.
And Jim Carrey like woke up and like ran out of the hotel and like into his car. And to this day, he has never ever talked about his experience staying there. Because there's a scene where they were at the Stanley, so they stayed there while they were filming, and he still to this day won't talk about it.
Do you think he just wants attention?
Maybe, or maybe something happened. I don't know.
He's valid. He's valid for his feelings.
It makes me more curious.
Yeah.
Then you really want to know what's in there. But I would not stay there just because why? I don't want to do it. I don't want to be freaked out in the middle of the night. I'll get zero sleep.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't sleep there. Like, I'm gonna stay overnight, but I'm not gonna sleep.
Oh, you're just gonna stay up all night?
Yeah. Of course. I'm also that person when I'm in like a haunted house, I just like make jokes the whole time. Like, I'm just really hard to scare. I don't know. I'll just be in there and I'll be like, "Hi, Johnny," to like, it's how I cope with things. So that's why I can watch scary movies and then I'm okay. It doesn't stick with me. So
interesting.
Yep. Something's a little messed up here, but we're not going to discuss that. Just kidding. Okay. So I just wrote down some fun conspiracy theories because I love conspiracy theories.
Let's hear them.
So we're not going to go into depth because we don't have much time, but we can at least talk about them.
Okay.
So one is that the Earth has been sucked into a black hole and we just haven't realized it. And that was due to 2012. So there's like a particle, I think it's called the God particle, and they believe that it sucked the earth down, but none of us realized.
Why would they believe that? Is there proof of it?
There's like sciencey things that have happened, but I mean, there's not really proof. Just, you know, some people believe that with 2012, it was like the end.
Some people still believe the earth is flat, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's an interesting topic on its own. Okay. Disney created Frozen as a distraction, which I heard about this because you know how people think that Walt Disney's Frozen?
Yes.
A lot of people think he's Frozen. So they thought like if they made a movie called Frozen, then when you searched Disney Frozen, then the movie would pop up, but you wouldn't find any information about Walt Disney.
That's stupid.
So they wanted it to be like... I thought that would be
People
so
have a
funny.
lot of time on their hands.
I know, like
what?
relax. It's a movie about an ice princess.
It's the perfect title for that movie.
Exactly.
Like
I
if
thought
you,
that was so funny.
Yeah.
Of course, we know because we live in Colorado, the Denver International Airport is very haunted. There's been weird things that have happened there. The horse in itself with its red eyes, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. And it's apparently the Illuminati's headquarters.
Lucifer.
Oh, yeah.
Lucifer the horse.
Because there's like secret tunnels under there.
There's secret
like,
tunnels.
layers.
Yeah. And the murals on the wall are really bizarre. It's like people like burying children and stuff. Yeah. It's not a pleasant experience to like look around at the decoration there. Like it's really uncomfortable.
It also really does have a weird vibe.
Yeah.
When you're walking around, it's like super busy, but somehow quiet.
And honestly, I feel like that is an airport where like a mass tragedy could happen, because at airports in the United States now, we should have armed security at the front door, not in like the check-in area or the area where you're, you know,
The security.
Yeah, because like all of the lines are down below, and then up above is where you like come in. Mm-hmm. And there's always so many people there. Like,
yeah,
so many people. And it would be
that's true.
The perfect opportunity for something to happen. And I think that every time I'm in there, like, I don't like to fly out of Denver just for that reason alone. Cause I'm like,
yeah,
it'd be so easy for somebody to target this airport.
And it's so
I hope
big,
it never
you wouldn't be able
happens.
to get out. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of just a scary airport.
Yeah, it definitely is. It has a weird vibe overall, but it's usually cheaper. So fly out of there.
Yeah. Depending on where you go.
Bigfoot is not a conspiracy theory because Bigfoot is real. Thank you. We've already had this discussion.
Did you hear about that like recent footage that they found in Georgetown?
Yes.
Of Bigfoot on the train?
Yes.
But it's only one person who got it on video, so that's kind of sus, don't you think?
No.
If only one person on an entire train caught video of it, is it real?
Yeah.
And why is the video always like crap quality of Bigfoot?
I always think that's funny too, because it's like, oh, it looks like you were filming it in like the 60s.
Yeah. It's like our iPhones are like so advanced now, but every time Bigfoot gets captured, he's just like this blurry thing.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't really make sense to me.
He moves fast.
You really, really believe that Bigfoot's real?
Yes, of course. Out of all of them,
why?
Like the Abominable Snowman, Loch Ness Monster, out of all of them, Bigfoot is real because I don't know. You go to a Bigfoot convention and things change for you. Like I went to the one in my college town. They have it every year. And the stories that these Nebraskans were telling me, they all have like survivor stories. They're all like, I saw him on my farm back in 1985.
Really?
Yeah. They like go to this convention just to share their stories.
Maybe I need to go to a Bigfoot convention. It'll change my mind.
I like the idea of just like thinking he's out there, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Is it? I mean, so far he hasn't harmed anybody that we know of.
Yeah.
That would be a good movie. Bigfoot, but he's like a killer. That would be a good movie.
Like a slasher movie?
Kind of. But
That'd be
he just picks you up and eats you, because isn't he pretty huge?
Yeah, he's massive.
It'd be like King Kong, but like Bigfoot version.
Kong versus... Oh, that was Godzilla. I was like, didn't they already make a movie? But that was Godzilla versus Kong or something. Anyway, the moon isn't real. It's just a projection. Some people think it's a satellite.
What?
There's a whole video on YouTube that I watched one day about how it's a satellite, and it actually kind of made sense. And I was like, crap. But I believe it's real because I believe the moon landing was real. It wasn't fake.
A lot of people believe that was fake.
I know.
Why? That's so
There's
crazy.
a lot of reasons why they think it's fake, but it's real. It's real.
You know what I was just thinking the other day? How are we going to know what's real and what's not in the future? Because with AI, we can make anything look real. So, like, when things happen and they're on the news, nobody's going to believe anything.
Ooh.
Like, they're going to be like, that's not real. That's AI. And then how can you debunk it?
Nothing's real anymore.
Yeah. I think it's going to make everything, like, really complicated.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like, did that actually happen? Did that not? And then people can, like, ruin other people's lives by posting things that are AI.
That's so stressful. I don't like
I know.
That. I really don't like AI in general.
I don't either. It makes me so uncomfortable because it's like the possibilities are endless. It's like super creepy.
I've already seen them do things to celebrities, like change the head with the body and like make their body look different. And I'm like, that's just celebrities. Like, imagine what people are going to do to themselves and then other people, like their family members. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, but it is kind of cool, but I don't like it. Because it's robots. I don't like robots, but
it's really scary when you think about it.
The last conspiracy theory, I thought this one was really interesting. So you know how Amelia Earhart apparently died by like her plane crash because she ran out of fuel?
Yeah.
People think that she actually got eaten by a bunch of crabs because there were like 3 foot long. Sorry, you're good. There were a bunch of like 3 foot long coconut crabs on the island that she landed on, like surrounding her. So people think that they're the ones that killed her.
3 foot long coconut crabs?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That sounds terrifying.
There's crabs that big?
Apparently, yeah. Isn't that scary?
I mean, even if she did survive, she wouldn't have been in very good condition.
Yeah.
So, like,
true.
Like, yeah, they would have eaten her, but probably fast.
It was probably a mix of both. I don't know.
It's probably a mix of...
Very interesting. Well, we have a couple more minutes, so let's just talk about like the most iconic Halloween costumes that you've had so far, that you've worn.
My favorite costume that I've done for the kids, because I make them match every year, was when Jude was a Dalmatian and Eden was Cruella de Vil.
Oh, that was so cute. I loved that.
She had the facial expressions down. I was like, be a villain. And she was like 3 and she made the perfect faces. And Jude is just like this innocent Dalmatian. Didn't know what was going on because he's like a baby. So that was probably my favorite one that I put together of them. And then for myself, I don't know. What's your favorite costume that I've done? Did you like when we were the Addams Family?
I really liked Inside Out when you guys did Inside Out last year.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah. I liked that one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember any from like back in the day that you were.
I didn't really like dress up a lot growing up.
Okay.
I didn't really start dressing up until I had kids. And now we do these matching family costumes. And this year I was like, why don't you guys just match and I won't dress up with you? And they were like, no, you have to.
Oh.
And I'm like, how much longer are they going to be wanting to do matching costumes?
Yeah.
I have to do it for as long as I possibly can.
I'm a huge fan of matching costumes. I matched with Basil and our dogs. So
yeah, you guys are matching this year.
Yeah, we're doing Mario style. But yeah, just iconic costumes I've been. I was Hannah Montana, Lady Gaga, a purple crayon.
A purple crayon.
The Joker. Yeah. I made a Rey costume from scratch from Star Wars. What else? I was always really weird things. Like everyone else was like, I'm a witch, I'm a devil, I'm an angel. And I was just like a crayon. Like I always found the most random thing to be.
That's kind of partially because of our mom. She has random costumes. And like every year she dresses up as like a lion, I swear.
Or a clown. She was a clown for like 6 years.
So
and then
creepy.
A lion and then a cheetah. Yeah. But I think the one I had the most fun with was a Joker. Because he got to do the makeup.
Yeah. Isn't that the year that Jude was Batman?
Yeah.
So you guys actually matched. That was the
awesome.
one year that we didn't do a family costume, but you two matched. It was cute.
It was fun. So anyway, that's today's episode.
Wow. How long have we been recording already?
24 minutes.
Dang.
We have 2 minutes until my class starts.
All right. So let's end this. Well, we hope you have a very happy and safe Halloween. And we will be back in 2 weeks for our next episode. So we'll see you then. Thanks for listening. And let us know what you're going to be for Halloween this year. And let us know your spooky stories.
Absolutely.
We want to know.
Halloween.
Bye, guys.
Bye.